Hello, welcome to the text function video. This is a video to show how to convert numbers into text into Excel. Now, you probably won't be able to do this too often, and you need to be very careful that because once it's converted to text, it's less likely for Excel to read it. It won't sum it, it won't total it, etc. So you really have to be careful. But there are very, very rare circumstances where you need to convert things into text in order to be able to visualize them, to see them properly, or even to be able to do lookup for specific text, etc. For example, the date, if it's not an exact day, if it's 4482.1 or whatever, and it doesn't reckon the dates, the date could show the same in Excel, but they could, in theory, be slightly different values, and it won't do a lookup, and then you need to convert it to text. But I would say this is quite rare that you need to convert to text, but every now and then you would have to change a number into a text. And I just want to show you how to do that. So if you've got a raw value number of 44824, that's what Excel recognizes as a date. So if I just put that in there and select equals C11, and I've already formatted this one, so I've got to format cells to date, it actually tells me that's the 20th of September 2022. So that's what it recognizes it as. Now let's just say I want to do that I want to type that in as a text. Now I can actually come here to this one and say format cells and go to custom. It's a bit of a long way around, and actually put it in as day, like that, and click enter, and it'll then show it as that text, but it's still a number. So Excel will still recognize that that is in fact the 20th of September 2022. Whereas if I want to convert it to text, Excel won't recognize it as text, but I'm just going to use this as an example so I can show you. But you might want to do this with all sorts of things. You can do it with monetary values and other things as well. So if I say text, and I put in that reference, and I put a comma, and then when it says what format you want it in, I do the one I just did. I think I need to put the brackets, day, comma, day, month, year. Put little speech brackets and the brackets on either end and click OK. And it does that as text. Now you can play around with this. Sometimes you might do it as day. Sometimes you might do it as, for example, if you want to do text to 2 decimal places, you can put 0.00, for example. And then it would do it to 2 decimal places. So you can play around with what those options are as far as the text is concerned. Play around with those and see what it does. But you just got to remember that that is in fact then valued as text. You can't then use it in the formula and have it recognize it as a date. So you just got to be careful what you convert to text. But every now and then it is useful to be able to convert it to text. One reason why it's sometimes useful to convert into text. In fact, let me show you one reason why. You might create a code, for example, whereas you may have, I don't know, a category A and then have the date. So if you were to use the concatenate or the consat formula in order to create a code, let's just say you said consat A, and then the dash, and then you want to put the date in. If you select that, or even that, in a consat function, you see it will say A, and then the 448, etc. So if you wanted to create a code saying A with a date, it's going to say A-44824. So if you want that to say A with the actual A-Tuesday, 20th of September, then what you need to do is you need to convert it to text first and use that in the formula, and then it gives you the correct code. So there's certain times where you need to be able to convert to text. One of the reasons why I've done this video kind of almost apprehensively is because I don't necessarily want people converting stuff to text. It's usually not the safest method, but if you know what you're doing and that's what you need to do, then that's how you do it. So yeah, thank you very much.